for you.
Welcome to 6 Minutes. It's never been 6 minutes. It will never be 6 minutes. But but we are doing a 6 minutes. This is 2A, and Lucas is giving me his full undivided attention in between his math problems that he's trying to work on.
Of course I am.
All right.
Anyway, so 2A. One of my favorite classes, actually. One of my favorite classes is 2A.
Oh, is that right? Why?
It is, well, first off, it's the only class I didn't pick the right champion. Oh, and this and 4A with Jefferson. Those are the only two that I missed. But it's a super fun class because there's so many tough regions. Like the way that they break out the regions is you have a lot of depth in certain regions, so then it makes sectionals interesting. So then it makes states interesting because finally they get split when the sectionals is always fun for 2A.
I agree with you. And there's not, I don't think, a lot of separation between the top teams. Exactly.
Yeah. But there is a lot of talent. It's just separated among a lot of wrestlers.
I agree. There's a lot of talent. So let's jump right into 2A 106.
Yes.
And again, I'm going to throw it to you, and you can tell me if you want to take it or if you want me to give the overview.
I know a little bit here. I could at least get us started here. In this bracket specifically, you look on that first round, Blake Summers sitting there is an interesting thing.
Yeah, Summers lost to Kusky.
Didn't he win at some point? Didn't he win a state title last year, or did he play?
Yeah, Summers won a state title last year.
That's what I thought he did.
Yep. And he lost, I believe it was 10-7 in the semis to Kusky last weekend. So he now sits in third, even though he hasn't wrestled who took second. Gains from Pace. I believe that's Pace. Yeah.
Look at you with these damn abbreviations. Hey, by the way, track and GHSA. I'm gonna whinge for a minute. Write the school out. I had a conniption trying to figure out Woodward and Woodland when we were going over 5A.
Conniption would be an understatement. That's true.
Oh, I now, old man. Let's not play this game. All right.
Oh, you're the one who keeps yelling at people to get off the lawn. All right. All right. So we got a bunch of freshmen here.
Yes, we do. The buys are all eaten up by freshmen. And all really solid freshmen. I mean, Landon Charlton, even out of Chattooga, can bang. Cooper Grayson out of Bremen, super solid. This is a fun bracket. And guys, for those who don't know, I'm going to give you the rundown here real quick. Your sectional champion is on the top bar and the bottom bar. But so at the top, love it. Kale Kluski. His runner-up from his region will be in that what would be a 3 seed position. And Blake Summers will be the third out of his region. The fourth out of his region will be shown in Miles Mason.
No.
The fifth, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
It'll be up here.
Are you sure? The fourth?
Because 3 and 6 go together. And
yes, 4 and 5 go together. Yes, excuse me. Trent Dunham will be the four position. The 5 position will be shown in Darian Johnson, I believe, right?
Well, the 5 from the other class.
Yes, sorry, yeah. The 5 from his will be Michael Hendrick, and then the 6 out of his will be this is where I get confused. Balls. All right. Nevertheless.
So, yes, the section champ is Kusky. Second is Gans. Third is Summers. Fourth is either Durham or Johnson. I don't know which one came from that section. Fifth is either Langley or Florney. And then sixth is Tristan Carter.
Yes. God,
and the other section is completely flipped. So the bottom is the champ.
Yes.
Second is
I get what you're saying now. Okay,
yes.
Yes.
Here. That's what I mean by flipped.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, what do you mean? So I was like, wait, have I been confused this whole time?
No, you've been doing fine. So who is our favorite?
I'm gonna say Kale Kluski because he did beat the only guy in the weight class that has a state ring to his name. He took that win, so I think that gives him the right to be the favorite. But if you're on that front side and you have a bye, you gotta watch for Blake Summers. He is a state champion. He will be ready for Macon. And this is where we get to see the phenomenon that I've been talking a lot about is your first time in Macon. It's something different, especially for individuals. Like duels, if you had the opportunity to wrestle there at duels, yeah, it's cool. It's a terrible arena, lots of noise. But here for individuals, it's even more chaotic, because now you got to like damn near quadruple the teams that are going to show up with people. And it's, again, it is, for those who don't know, it's an ice arena with about a quarter to a third inch plywood, a tarp, and then the mat. That's it. Because trust me, I pulled the thing up to look. That's it. That's all that's there. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So you feel it in the mornings. Those early rounds, you feel it. And by the end, it almost has a lot of extra give to it. Like it really, you feel the environment of that arena. I call Macon the trenches for a reason. So it's going to be fascinating to watch.
All right. So let's jump to 2A 113. Any surprises here? Any favorites? Yada, yada, yada.
I love seeing Oglethorpe and Lovett in round one. That's just, I love seeing that with the two teams. Who is BA?
Banks County, I believe.
No, that's not fair. Oh, no. Now they're cheating because all the other county schools have CO at the end. That's cheating. Oh, what the hell? I hate this. Anyways, God, this is terrible. I mean, Mastranglio from Bremen there. He is your sectional champion as well as Angel Cruz from Banks. So then you have out of his region I'm not even going there. What school is that?
I believe that is Columbia.
All right, so out of Columbia, a high school I didn't know existed. So fair play to him. I cannot wait to hear the woman say his name if he wins a match. I cannot wait to hear that.
Okay.
Nice woman, by the way.
Taban As-Sadiq.
Sure.
Okay. With Alex Hyman sitting there, who took third.
I was about to get there. I was about to say Alex Hyman sitting in a 3 spot. Lots of intrigue there.
And I think that Hyman lost to Cruz. I don't think he wrestled As-Sadiq. So
I would imagine. Not.
All right. So out of Cruz and Mastra Angelo, I don't know if that's how you say it. Which of the two is the favorite?
I would say, how did Mastrangelo finish up last season? Do we know?
Oh, all right. So let's take a look.
Brother, hold on. Is this every single thing for you?
This is every single state I cover for multiple years.
Good Lord. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That just completely threw me for a loop. Oh, my God.
So he took 4th last year.
So okay, then I would say he's probably the favorite, assuming Cruz doesn't have a state placement to his name.
Well, let's take a look.
Are you just control F'ing it? Yeah.
I am.
Nice.
Cruz was 3rd.
All right, so then I'll go with Cruz. I'll go Cruz as the favorite.
And the thing about Cruz is he was 3rd at the weight.
Yeah. No, I mean, I say this all the time that when it comes to favorites, if there isn't A, head-to-head, or B, a super stud, I'm going to go with the highest returning state placement.
And I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's just the way I think of it. I mean, if you have a different opinion, please go ahead. I'm not saying I'm overlord here, but I just really do. I like what I see out of Mastrangelo. I've seen him wrestle a couple of times. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other part for me comes down to the fact of who has, I wouldn't say an easier path, but who beat. So the fact that
who is the more preferred path?
Yeah, the fact that Cruz already beat Hyman and puts Hyman on the other side of the bracket
does a lot for
I
him.
think makes the other side of the bracket more difficult.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to 120.
I don't know why I didn't do this the whole time when we were talking about state. I don't know why I didn't think of this first, but whatever.
I don't know. I I can't know Lucas Da Silva.
My God, you ain't getting in this brain. Good Lord.
All right. So 120 to me just looks like Voiles versus Valadares.
I was going to say that looks pretty chalkboard to me as well. And for those who don't know, chalkboard is slang for me that 1 and 2 in the finals, 3, 4 in the third, 4, 5, 6 in the fifth, 6. Well, in this case, the 5th place tie. Jacob Voiles, is that? Oh yeah, wait, that's Banks County. Never mind.
That is Banks County.
No, I know. Yep, I had a moment where I was like, wait a minute, is that the one that's related to? Because I'm still thinking that's like Barron Academy or something, because there's no CA at the end of a county school. Nevertheless, yeah, like I said, Jacob Voiles is a hammer, but Valadares is also a hammer. So I don't know. It's like,
so if we go back to your method of picking,
Valadares is a state champion,
he's a returning state champion, so you would put him as probably your favorite.
Yes, unless there's a head-to-head between them.
Right, and there could be. I mean, 38-3, 24-1. I don't know who he lost to. Certainly could have seen each other somewhere along the lines in the state duels, but it's. I mean, track wrestling is not something that everybody uses within Georgia, so we'll just
that's the one problem that not everybody's on track.
We'll leave it at that. All right, so let's jump to 126 and talk a little bit about Braden Sauls being hit for a team point for a backflip last year after he won a state title. What's your thoughts on that?
I like it. Hey, by the way, officials, stop being sticks in the mud. Sorry, I'm that kid. Oh, and hey, by the way, it's still smoke to the ref that gave me an unsportsmanlike conduct when I hit a cartwheel in a match at state, by the way. I'm still on your head, but we'll get there.
In your match, you did a cartwheel?
Yes, he passed my elbow over, and that is a very valid counter.
What was it deemed like dangerous because your feet came up and is like almost kicked?
I don't know. It's deemed that he was an old man. I don't know.
All right.
Last time he wrestled, they wore the full leg tights. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, now you're getting
I'll say it.
Now you're getting a little bit of ageism.
Okay.
Ageism.
So I'm ageist to my mom.
All right. So Braden Sauls, Jardarius Goolsby, who's unbeaten, and I believe a returning state placer.
Nice.
Dayton Tuck, Elijah Mullins.
Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the job that Mr. Stoudemire's done at Oglethorpe. Shout out to him.
All right. So what else do you see in the bracket?
Carter Fleming sticks out like a sore thumb to me right there.
Yeah.
And Eagles Landing. My brain.
In a 4 or 5 spot.
Yeah, like that's where my head's like, ooh, what happened there? And then Canada Vidalia Gabriel Hightower. I've heard lots of good things about him. His 29-13 record may not show a lot to him. And I want to ask people, is that Logan Lutz related to Jeremiah Lutz in the crew? I don't know. I'm asking. But nevertheless.
Who is Jeremiah Lutz? Help me out with that.
He was a guy is his name Jeremiah? Oh God, I'm forgetting his name. He was like a guy that ran tournaments. It was incredible, but passed away years back. Oh God, I got to figure out this guy's name because I love this dude. And I'm losing my mind.
So I do believe that there is a link.
Danny Lutz, yes.
I do believe that there is a link. Was Danny Lutz at Lovett? I
don't know. No, he was an older guy.
No, I know, but was he once upon a time at Lovett?
I don't know. I only knew him from when I was in youth running tournaments and being there. And he always used to tell he said to my mom, the egg is cooking, the yolk is still there. Give him time. When I used to be terrible. That was a incredible man. God rest his soul. He's up there coaching with Slaw Dog and Mr. Rogers. He's up there with them. God bless him.
So the egg is still cooking.
The egg is cooking. The yolk is still there. I don't know what it means, but Southern thing, I guess.
Okay.
South.
Okay.
It is a dirty South thing. One might say a dirty South versus the world thing.
There you go.
I am the best segue man ever. I am the best. No one can touch me at this game.
So let's jump to 132. And we're going to go back to Lovett and Parker Coy.
Indeed, we will.
Is he the favorite?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
emphatically, yes.
Emphatically. Okay. Anybody stand out in this bracket besides Parker Coy that we should keep an eye on? Any matchup that you see that you might be really interested?
I am intrigued at a Tanner Mask Parker Coy quarterfinal. I don't remember what happened in the dual meet, but that match intrigues me.
Okay.
I am intrigued in a Colton Edge, Jalen Thomas semifinal, should we get there. And even in the first round, Collins and Elliott in the first round. That should be a good one. There's a lot of fun matchups in this bracket.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I am a fan of Carson Collis.
I am too.
He wrestles really tough. I don't know what this looks like in terms of, I don't know if he lost to Coy. Hasn't wrestled Thomas before. Yeah. In fact, you know what? We can probably figure that out. What do we have?
Oh my God, we've had this up the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't want to get stuck here. Let's see, Parker Coy, 132.
You should close one of your 60 tabs.
Yep. Coy pinned Collis in the semifinals.
Coy pinned his way through.
Yep. So the reason I don't want to get stuck on that is because we'll be here forever looking at results, and I can't do it.
But hey, there was about 10 times earlier in the day where I was calling for results. But I will say one more thing quickly about this bracket. Notice the ages. David Johnson, his first time here in Macon, it could play a factor. I don't know what school that is, TO. If it's a county, I'm going to lose my... I hate the state. If you're a county school, and I broke my pencil. If you're a county school, put a CO at the end of your team name for me. God bless.
For Lucas, because Lucas needs some help in deciphering what they.
Yes, genuinely, I'm like, man, like no, it can't be them. I'm like Telfair, like.
All right, let's jump to 138 and maybe my favorite weight in 2A.
Really?
Yep. And the reason it's my favorite weight. Go ahead.
No, if it is, please enlighten me on why it is.
Yeah, so I think Taylor Collis is shown to be superb. He beat Kennedy, who I think is a really good wrestler. I love it. Shane Watson, returning state champ and Instagram star.
Shout out Shane Watson, Team Fat and Scrappy member.
And Javarius Worthen, who from Vidalia, who lost to Watson in the section. So. It's I think there's
and being in close proximity to the Sweet Onion City, I have heard tons and tons of good things of Worthen. I've heard a lot of good things.
Yep. So,
I will say, to me, Watson, state champion, has to be your favorite walking into Macon.
Unless he has a head-to-head loss.
Yes, the all but App State commit at this point. Because that just seems like that's going to happen. It just seems that way. Tough, stingy, but as you said, Collis and Kennedy can both go. So, yeah, it is a fun way. I just didn't know all of the intrigue behind it. Thank you, Jason Fulmore, for the knowledge.
I do try.
If you want more of that knowledge, go to SoutheastWrestle.com, subscribe to Southeast Wrestling Plus.
There you go. Always with the plug. Always. All right, so let's talk about 2A 145. Our two section champs are Sam Howe of Pace and Kyle Frankel of Oglethorpe County. What do you think?
Quick little side thing with Kyle Frankel. I remember Coach Stoudemire when I went and did a camp at Oglethorpe 2 years back. I looked at Frankel as a freshman, and there wasn't really anything there. And he looked at me and said, I'm going to make some of that boy. And look at him now, sectional champ, in a prime position to make a state run. Obviously, Sam Howe can go 15-2. We know him. We know what we get with him. Honestly, in the bracket, if I look elsewhere, I mean, O'Reilly Davis at a Modell. That better be Modell. I'm looking. Anyone else that? Okay, thank you. Appreciate you.
It is Modell.
Yeah, I do believe that's what I've heard.
I believe you. You've lived in Georgia longer than I have, so I'll go.
That doesn't mean much, especially because I'm about to be an idiot. I don't believe, is that, hold on. I'm about to say something really stupid. I need to look something up. Okay, that's not how you spell model.
Well, yeah, it is.
Wait, are you? Never. Like I said, Kyle Frankel. I think Sam Howe is the favorite. Yeah, we're gonna move on from that.
Okay.
Edit that out and post. Is that something we can do?
Okay, so we're about halfway done now, and we've talked about a few different ones. Lovett won the duels. Is Lovett still in the driver's seat halfway through?
You see, here's the problem: is I think they're a better duel team.
Okay.
At least for the most part, because we've seen I think we've only seen like two guys from Lovett on the front in the front bar. We've seen at least 3 from Oglethorpe.
Right.
So, but I don't know if that's indicative of the entire team or if that is a run because Oglethorpe does have that run from like 13 to 45 where they're super dangerous. I don't know. Like that is I think Lovett is gonna. If I remember correctly, Oglethorpe dominated in the individuals last year. I could be wrong. Don't yell at me, Lovettians. Don't yell at me. I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
I thought they won it pretty handily.
No. Fannin County won it.
Oh, yeah, they did. So how Fannin County, who knows? I don't know.
There you go. All right. So let's jump to 155. Really good freshman. Chris Mance from Lovett sits up there. Clay Frost. So we got that old guard, new guard type of thing happening here. In
Oglethorpe and Lovett as well.
Yep. We got Mile Watts sitting there, Broderick Bennett. But, there are actually several names that I think are sitting in that first line that I think could make a run. And
there's a couple I see as well.
Caden Cooper is really good out of Dade County. Keelan Wally out of Banks County is very good. Chandler Corbett out of Vidalia is really good.
I'm not giving them the county until they put a CO.
Okay. So I think this is a pretty deep weight. I think this is
I do agree as well. I agree. A very, very good weight.
So who's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Clay Frost. He has the state placement to his name. I don't know what happened between him and Mance in the dual meet. I'm unsure. I'm not 100% sure they wrestled. And the reason I say that is I love it wrapped it up sometime around 138 or so. And did they start at like 82 and like
I thought they started maybe at 60 or 70, but I don't know that this matchup happened.
Oh, maybe.
So
maybe yeah. So but
keep that in mind.
Yeah, if it didn't happen, then I'm gonna rock with the guy that has the placement.
So I will tell everybody that if you go and read my fans guide, I will have looked that up by that point in time, and we'll have that in there. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So 2A 160. We got a defending state champion in Hunter Manning.
Yes, out of Vidalia, Sweet Onion City.
But, again, this is another weight that has quite a few good wrestlers. Corbin Davenport out of Fannin County, Noah Allman out of Waddell. Somebody has to correct us. I don't know. We're going to go with Lucas De Silva's assessment first. I
didn't know how to spell model a minute ago, so I don't know if that's necessarily the best option.
Probably not, but that's okay. So Hunter Manning, is that your favorite?
Yes, absolutely. You are the reigning and defending state champion. So I mean, you've earned that right, absolutely. And especially when you look at the bracket and see that, like a Nate Brown, for instance, at Oglethorpe, 17-2, but he sits there in a mid row. Like the bracket seemingly has opened up, especially on that top side, for someone like a Gage Cole maybe to try and make a run over a Corbin Davenport who won his other sectional. it is a fun side of the bracket there.
All right, that sounds good to me. So let's jump over to 2A 170. And what do you think of this this weight class? We've got another returning state champion. I don't know if it was at this weight that he won, but Matthew Waddell, Pepperell, is sitting there. But
this is one where I can tell you for damn sure it's Waddell, because that's how you spell Caleb Waddell.
Okay. And Matthew Waddell. Do you remember Matthew
Yes.
Waddell?
Yes, I do. I never was in high school to say, yes, I was in high school St. Thomas, because his freshman year, he wrestled, or my freshman year was when him and Jefferson guy, they had the big match. Hell. People know what I'm talking about, because like the Jefferson guy moved up to wrestle him in the finals, and it was a great match.
And that was the Gilmer Jefferson match.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
I can't remember who it is. But anyways, beside that, Waddell is the favorite. Sophomore going for 2 for 2. He'll have to see Finn Brescianan. I love it. But then also a possible matchup with Phillips or Herdman or maybe a Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, lots of fun.
Yeah. So a couple names stand out to me. One is Ty Morris, 5-3. I don't know if he's been hurt or something along those lines. And then Trez White out of Elbert County, who sits at the 6th.
Ooh,
and I'm not sure
okay.
I don't know how he finished 6th. I'll have to go look at that up, but that's a dangerous 6 right there, in my opinion.
Yes, that is. I remember when I did my camp with Elbert this past year, and I got to roll with Trez, and he's dangerous. He's a dangerous wrestler, super freak athlete. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go
Waddell the favorite. Waddell the favorite, for sure.
I agree with that. So does Pepperell have 2 favorites in Jake Roberts at 182?
I mean, I don't know if there's a previous matchup with Matthias, but I do actually I like me some Alex Matthias. I do like him.
Okay.
Kid's solid.
Favorite?
I'll go with Matthias as my favorite, but because I think he outplaced Roberts. I think.
Do you want me to look?
Sure. While we're about it.
Okay. 4th.
Keep that in mind for Matthias.
3rd.
Oh, so okay, Roberts is our favorite. Pretty simple. That works it out. I'm honest. That's how I do it. So Roberts is our favorite.
So for me, the thing that stood out was that
Landon
Roberts
Williams
beat Landon Williams.
I didn't even peep that Landon Williams was there. I thought he was up a weight, but yeah, Landon Williams is a stud too.
Well, and I think that's up a weight is Cody Williams' brother.
Yes, that was what I thought. Okay.
But the fact that Jake Roberts beat Landon Williams in the sectional gives me a lot of reason to pick him as the favorite, even if he hadn't taken 3rd.
No, okay. I didn't realize that was Landon Roberts there.
All right. So let's move to 2A 195. Our 2 section champs are Christian Bostic and
Cody Williams.
Cody Williams. Mm-hmm.
Previously spoken about.
Yep. And Cody Williams was a state champ last year. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. I don't know if it was at this weight, but I know he was a state champion.
Let's see. 182 state champion.
State champion, yes.
So
they flipped the weights. That's weird. You notice that?
Yes, they did flip the weights. That is true.
Odd.
Isn't it interesting when you're able to gather data and see all the different things over time?
Yeah, exactly. And if you want more of that data, you can go look at SEWrestle Plus.
There you go. Lamar County, Christian Bostic is sitting up there.
Yeah, Lamar County.
You know, this one right here, Parker Glenn is an interesting 6.
He is.
Out of Pepperell. So, you know, I don't know how he ended up 6th, but I think that's definitely a name to watch. And another name to watch is Tank Morris up here,
Yeah, I would agree.
All right.
Out of teams, no county.
All right, let's get to 220. What do you got here for me?
I have Clay Hyatt.
Clay Hyatt.
That dude is good as hell.
He is. I agree with that.
He's good as hell at sport wrestling. I can tell you that much. So lots of respect for Clay Hyatt there. But in all seriousness, you have Clay Hyatt. He beat Devon Hirsch.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Haruch. Either way, Christian Bell sits there for Lovett at the top there. Yeah, this should be a good weight. I kind of missed out on a couple. This weight is absolutely popcorn approved.
So, which of the two sides are you most interested in watching if we were sitting there?
Probably that top side.
Okay, I agree with you, which is a little scary, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
And 280 big guys. And as we've talked about in some of our other classes, the big guys, there's a lot that can happen in this situation.
Yes. They are a little bit like turtles.
So they are big, strong, and they can, a heavyweight that can get up from bottom and continue to maintain good position can do a lot of damage and win a lot of matches.
Indeed, and I am doing some research.
What are you researching?
I'll give it to you in a moment because I want to say something, but I don't want to be blasphemous if I'm entirely wrong. Oh, God.
Okay, so while he's doing his research, I'm going to go ahead and walk through this. Austin SEWrestle from Dade County is a section champ. So is William Stummel from Lovett. I like Landon Powers from, I think it's Dodge County. Yep.
You see, and notice, right? Hey, Toombs and Banks, take a peek at their initial. There's a CO at the end of it, but continue. Yes. I will say a heavyweight I do like is Tommy. You were going right to him, Tommy Walker out of Idaho, Sweet Onion City.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think he's certainly one to watch. I like Dylan Anglin out of Oglethorpe County as well. I think that this could go a lot of different directions. I think Austin SEWrestle is probably, for me, is the favorite, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yes, I would agree with that. And this is where I was researching. So I noticed when we were looking at Pepperell that especially at this back half, they had some really good positioned wrestlers. Lovett has 13 wrestlers coming to state meet. Oglethorpe is 12 and Dade is 10. I wanted to look at Pepperell's numbers before I said something. Pepperell only had 7 coming, which if they had more, I'd be willing to say they might be able to make a run. But I will say right now, I feel like Lovett is in a very good position to do the double, as we would say.
Yeah, so that's your team to beat. I think I agree with you.
And Fannin has 9. So Fannin.
How many does Dade County have?
Dade, that's Dawson. Dade County is 10. Dade is 10. Oh, I know. Yeah, I had it written down. Herder. Yeah, Dade is 10.
So, what's really interesting to me is going back to that 138-pound weight class, and even some of the other weight classes where you have some head-to-heads, like Oglethorpe's Watson and Kennedy, and Lovett's Kennedy, possibly in the semis. A winner of that kind of match is a type of situation where it could be the difference between which of the two teams is able to pull ahead heading into Saturday. So I think that's
I do agree with that.
So I don't know. Who has the most qualifiers?
Lovett has 13.
Yeah, that's hard to beat.
It is, especially with Lovett. How I'm going to guess they're going to place it at 8, maybe 9.
And
Oglethorpe, here's the thing though. Oglethorpe and Dade could do the same thing, and I will give Pepperell this. I didn't see one of their guys that I didn't think was going to place. Like, each of Pepperell's guys are in good position to do it. They would just, for Pepperell or even Fannin to really do anything, they would need some help.
Oh, no doubt. Because, well, okay.
Wait.
So the way I always think about it is you can have 13 qualifiers. You can have 12 qualifiers. Okay. But anyone goes 0-2. It's like having one less qualifier because that person.
Yes. Oh, no, absolutely. You're absolutely right.
0 points.
You're 1,000% right.
So any team, you bring 13 and 4 of them go 0-2, you now have 9.
No,
okay?
You're not wrong.
And a team that brings 9 but scores 9 is now even with you.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just comes down to who took care of business more.
Correct. So that's why getting points from every single individual who comes with your team is critically important to winning.
Nate Etheridge always said it. I want more wins than kids at the meet.
Okay.
At minimum. That was what he said. He said, I need more